Okay, at his age, he's probably not into watching an entire basketball game just yet, but he came prepared and brought his pillow, aka Mom. It's North versus South in the 2014 Wyoming Coaches Association All-Star Boys Basketball Game. First quarter, South wearing the gold. Nolan Jones of Big Piney is open in the paint, and that was a pretty easy bucket for the puncher. It's a 2-0 game. The North had their own game plan, and it produced far greater results, as you will see. Plus, they had the two-time Wyoming Gatorade Boys Basketball Player of the Year on their team as well. Cody Kelly of Gillette gets the three-point parade started, as that would put his team ahead 3-2. The South tried to match them bucket for bucket, and it worked for a while. Robert Dilsaver of Cheyenne South takes aim at the top of the key, and his aim is dead on for three. A 9-point game for the Bison grad, and his squad is now up 5-3. They also had some speed and quickness, which they would use from time to time. Braxton Delgado of Cokeville puts up a left-handed lay-in on the run and gets it to go, as he would help push the score up to 7-4. The North would pick and choose their shots, and if they had one, they would take it and make it often. Reed Ritterbush of Sheridan led all scorers with 20 points. He would get his team to within one. It's an 8-7 contest. Have you heard the phrase, when it rains, it pours? That was the motto for the North. Jeremy Shockley of Jackson helps pour it on, and the lead has changed hands. It's 10-8. The South would wise up and take a play out of their opponent's playbook. Kyler Cummings of Cheyenne South is open on the wing, and he's got some hot sauce on that one. 14 points were his numbers, and the advantage shifts back to his squad. The score is 11-10. But then the pendulum would slowly start to swing in the North's favor for good from here on out. Connor True of Natrona buries one from the corner. He had a double-digit game with 10. A tie score is broken, and it's 14-11. Hope you have been counting the number of long balls made so far, because more is on the way. Wade Gordon of Newcastle is going to get in on the act. That would get his 12-point game started to put the North ahead 19-16. Okay, it was not all threes. They made some close-range baskets as well. Good pull-up jumper at the free throw line by Casey Winger of Lander. He had a 13-point game, and the North is ahead 21-16. More threes are coming, and we almost missed this one. This is Jackson Holt of Cody making his only contribution of the game. We will give him his love. The North has a 24-18 advantage now. The South was doing what they could to hang around, and they needed to do something soon because all the momentum was with the other team. Delgado will calm things down briefly, and his squad was only down 26-20 after the first 10 minutes. Second quarter, the South did what they could to slow down the opposition. Cummings is behind the crowd, but he gets the three. We knew it was him. The deficit is at 7 as the scoreboard reads 30-23. But they had a hard time trying to get any closer. Want to take a guess why? Kelly was one reason. Three balls were another. The Camel made an 18-point contribution. 33-23 is the score at this point. I'm not sure if it was the South's plan, but if they wanted to have a chance, they had to do what their opponents were doing, like it or not. Here's the only three for Hunter Dockery of Lusk. That got the deficit back into single digits, but his team still trails 34-26. At times, they were able to get back to their own game plan. Greg Vandeventer of Douglas with a good spin move and works his way in for 2 of his 12, but the South still needs more, down 37-28. It was just difficult to stop the North's three-point barrage. They made 15 total for the game, 10 before the break. That makes for a lot of points. Kelly had a lot as well, as his latest contribution puts the North ahead 40-28. How about some defense? If you don't score in the game, you better do something awesome to get on the highlight reel. Taylor Warman of Wright, and that qualifies as awesome. That's all he had to do, and things were going all right on both sides of the ball for the North. And just when you think they've made enough threes, here comes more. Winger is going to pull the trigger and hits. The lead would stay in double digits for the rest of this game. The North is now up by a score of 43-28, but the South kept trying. They're going to get three in the old-fashioned and hard way. Braxton Fagenbush of Wheatland drives, whistle, bucket. He took a spill, but he was fine. He would finish the three-point play, but his squad trails 43-31. Now, this is an all-star game, so we are going a little overboard with the highlights, but it's all good. Check out this move by Shockley. Dupes a defender, and that was an easy 2 points. He scored 7. North up 45-32. This game was a little bit historic in the fact that this was the first year that Cheyenne South was eligible to produce players for the game. Cummings is part of the first senior class for his school, and he proved his worth. His team was in a big hole, though, down 51-36 going into the locker room. Third quarter, give the South credit. They kept trying despite the situation, and the North let up a little on defense. Dill Saver with a good assist to Jones, and that was worth 2 points, but they need a lot more than that, trailing 54-38. Let's see about getting someone new in here. Let's try Ryan Cook from Cheyenne East. He's got 2 points cooking in the kitchen that we can show. 63-47 is the score, with the South still trailing big. Time for someone else. How about Alex Collier out of Rollins? A double team on him is as good as nothing. He'll get the hoop and the hack. An 11-point game is pretty good for him. South down by 18 at 67-49. And the North has a player that we have not seen yet. Winger gets the offensive rebound, and watch this assist to Seth Moorkirky of Gillette, who will let himself in the back door. That's how you do it. It was a 71-52 ball game going into the final 10 minutes. Fourth quarter, we left a few plays out here and there. It was obvious by now which team was going to win. We have not seen Ritterbusch in a while, but he let everyone know he is still there with that three. The scoreboard reads 76-55 in favor of the North. At this point, it was all about pride now, and you can only do so much when the deficit is insurmountable. Collier hits a three from the corner as he would try to make the final outcome a little more respectable. It's 76-58. There's another player to show off. On the fast break, Matthew Vandebush of Lusk will finish on the other end for his first and only score of the game. Better late than never. The South is down 80-61. The North was making a run at 100, but the question was, would time allow it? Getting a three gets them closer as Winger makes a deposit. They have a 17-point cushion to fall back on with the score at 88-71. We did not show all 15 threes, but here's number 15, courtesy of Ritterbusch. It was not 100, but that was not a real big deal. The North would pummel the South for most of this game, winning 95-73.